got something pretty different here. See if we can kind of figure it out from its profile view. I don't want to reveal it just yet because I want to let you know that, you know, I do think about this stuff a lot. I do put some time and some effort into it. And I also have a pretty good knack for finding interesting things. And I won't bore you with any details, but it's kind of a skill I have. So so today it is Wednesday, December 20th, I think. I don't know. I have to look at the calendar. It's almost Christmas. And I was driving past my local comic shop, almost past it. I said, you know what, I'm going to stop in, just kind of see what's new. New comics come out today. And I was like, I bet they have something, because they've been stocking some old, mostly like Marvel and X-Men and sort of Toy Biz Spider-Man stuff from like the early to mid 90s. I was like, I bet they have something in there. That's cool. And I was correct. I was absolutely correct, and I was surprised at how correct I was. So this is something different, something special for you viewers. This is the Lost in Space Cryo-Chamber Will Robinson with magnet attack micro spiders. This came out in 1997 from Trendmasters. And I picked this up for $2 whole. So I was pretty stoked on finding this. I know nothing about this. I kind of remember when this movie came out. You can see obviously it was marked down. It used to be $5. And its original retail price, let's see, I don't know, maybe $6.99 it kind of looks like. So this is just, nobody wants this. Nobody wants this. First of all, I'm looking at the packaging design, right? And so up here it says Danger Will Robinson, which you would think it would say Lost in Space up here. They went a little different route. I appreciate the kind of going against the grain and doing something different, but I think this is a fail. Also, too, they have the LS, sort of, I guess, their logo for the film here on the bubble, which honestly, when you look at it, kind of makes it hard to see the figures. It kind of disfigures their faces and things like that. So bad choice for that. So shame on you, Trendmasters. They actually had a couple other ones at the comic store. They were $5 though, which was more than I wanted to spend on this horrible toy line from a horrible movie. They did not have the Dr. Judy Robinson with the little yellow monkey. I would have bought that in a heartbeat. I think they had one of those guys, maybe. Yeah, they had that guy, the professor. These robots are kind of cool. But obviously this is based on the old TV show. You know, I'm sure you've heard Danger, Will Robinson. I didn't look it up because I didn't want to give that much effort. I don't know how much this movie made. I'm sure it was a flop. But for $2, how can you pass this up? You know, especially for my YouTube fans out there. And what's interesting, I was thinking about this. So 1997. So I'm gonna open this while I talk, because I don't want this to be too long, because this is just such a crappy line. I do like that they say please recycle. I appreciate that as somebody who recycles. It's interesting they have an internet website as opposed to a non-internet website on there. So I was thinking, you know, so this came out in 1997. I was 15. I wasn't into toys at that point. You know, I kind of got too cool for that. It wasn't until I was 16 when I got back into collecting toys. I was much more into music and collecting records and being all kind of punk rock and stuff like that. So I don't remember this movie. Never saw it. I mean, I guess if somebody told me they did a remake of it, I guess I would have, you know, I wouldn't have argued with them. But definitely wasn't aware of this toy line. And to think that, you know, some kid in 1997 got this for Christmas, right? I mean, some grandmother or uncle or aunt who didn't really know just thought, oh, hey, here's a toy line. It's got some kind of robot on it, and there's a little kid, maybe my little nephew or grandson can identify with that, because, you know, most of the action figures are adult males. So I do, you know, I do see that. That would be, you know, as a professor who teaches mass communication, it is important to see people who look like us in the media, and certainly with toys as well. So anywho, So I was thinking, wouldn't that be funny if I gave this to somebody for Christmas? Like not a friend as like a gag, but you know, if I gave it to a nephew or a young cousin, you know, this nearly 20-year-old crappy toy line. Let's see, he's got some articulation, not at the waist though, just the legs and his arms, his elbows don't bend. But yeah, so what if I had given this to somebody as a gift and be like, oh, here you go. You know, would they pretend to enjoy it, or you know, our kids punked today, so they wouldn't appreciate this, and they wouldn't, I don't know, whatever it is that kids like today. So here we go. This kid's got a gun because every kid needs a really big blaster, because of course there could be magnetic. What are these? Magnetic spider monkeys? Is that what these are called? Magnet attack micro spiders. So these are actually kind of cool. I don't know. I'm kind of digging this now. I guess this is backpack. It's got a. Is that a grenade? I don't know what's going on here. I kind of have to see this movie now. No, that's not the same size as that. It's a hexagon and there's a square. We're gonna try to put a square peg in a hexagonal hole. I don't know where this goes. Does it go in his hand? I guess it's, yeah, his hands are kind of square shaped. So he's got this, wait, I'm glad they included instructions this time. Usually the instructions don't help. So let's see here. Place any Lost in Space magnet attack spider on figure's chest. Of course you want to do that. A hacker deck, that's what this is, a hacker deck, of course. Pull Cryo-Chamber halves apart and place Will Robinson inside. Of course, oh, and you, of course, put the spider monkeys inside. Whoa, something is blacked out there. What does that say? Oh, and the hacker deck goes into the rear slot of the base of the Lost in Space rocket launcher robot and battle ravage robot to power up to maximum height. I need that now. I have to buy that. Yeah, so that kind of inserts into some slot. But what is that? Somebody blacked that out with a Sharpie. I need some like Jeopardy music while I look at this. It says, spiders attach on shell of Cryo-Chamber. Look at that. So somebody, it's kind of hard to tell, but somebody crossed it out with Sharpie. I wonder if that was somebody in China. I mean, it had to have been. They sealed these in China. I mean, they're not going to ship everything separately to St. Louis, Missouri, and then have somebody here do that. They're going to pay some sort of slave in China to do that. So this guy, is that missing? Is that... I don't know. I have to see this movie now because I'm really interested in this. That looks like it's missing. I might have to buy another one now to make it complete. But yeah, okay. So yeah, the spider monkeys, or whatever the hell they're called, they do not attach to the Cryo-Chamber. This is not magnetic. Nowhere is this magnetic. This is all plastic. But they do attach to his chest. That is awesome. Okay, so I was wrong about this. This is worth every bit of $2. I would have paid $5 for this, because here you have a young boy who, maybe he's 10, and he has magnetic spider, micro spiders attached to his chest, which is scary as all get out. So yeah, you need this blaster, man. Jesus. Get those spider monkeys off your chest, or whatever they're called. Here we go. Yeah, he can blast those guys out of here. They can be dead in space is what they can be. So I'm glad I picked this up. I'm glad you're watching. I'm glad there are little micro spider magnetic guys that can attach to his chest, but not to his Cryo-Chamber. I want to see what's up with this I can't say it right. Cryo-Chamber? Is that how you say it? Cryo-Chamber, yeah. So he goes in there. Is that how they get up? Is that how they end up in space? So he's locked in there, kind of like a young Kal-El coming to Earth. The spider monkeys do not attach to that. Here's his hacker deck. Here's his blaster gun thing. And yeah, there you have it. So danger, Will Robinson. There are spider monkeys trying to attack you. You better get your mom and some army guy and a professor and a doctor and a big robot to help you navigate this scary world. So, Lost in Space, Cryo-Chamber, Will Robinson, 1997, Trend Masters. It exceeded my expectations by far. This is a cool toy. This is a weird thing that I now like. I like weird things. I like weird things that are cheap. I'm glad I bought this. I am glad to support a local business such as Comic Book World in Florence, Kentucky, which you should visit if you're ever in the northern Kentucky or Cincinnati area. They also have a Louisville location. Because supporting local businesses, a lot more of their money stays in the local economy than if you bought this, say, on Amazon or, you know, from a big box retailer, which, if there's a big box retailer that's still selling this, they should probably go out of business. So, but I can imagine finding this at Kmart or something. So, anyway, there you go. Danger, Will Robinson. Watch out for spider monkeys. Make sure you have your blaster and your hacker deck and your cryo chamber. So until next time, maybe I'm hoping to track some of these down for cheap and maybe collect the whole line, and I can have my own blaster and have some of these spaceships, and we can kill some spider monkeys.